with the traffic, you're kind of risking your life like every time you go out on your bike.
What do you think about food so far compared to Hanoi? Turns out about 5 days later, my bike got stolen in front of my house.
You were delighted.
And I was like, well, I guess that's okay. Like, I'm not that mad about it. If you want to bang me or you want a refrigerator, it can be at your house on the back of a motorbike.
No.
20 minutes after you send the message.
Yeah.
4:30 in the morning. Woke up early to take you guys to this cool coffee shop. I don't know if you can see, there's some crazy lightning going on. I woke up, I thought the aliens were coming. There's like non-stop lightning, but it's silent. There's no sound. What the hell is that going on? I'm gonna meet you at the Dragon Bridge at about 5 a.m. for coffee.
Good morning. All right, so we made it to this little spot right by the Dragon Bridge. It's just a super popular place for people to come and drink coffee lately. I guess it's just cool to watch the sunrise come up behind the Dragon Bridge. So it's 5 o'clock on the dot right now. I'm actually meeting a friend up here, Mark's big old Scottish guy, good friend of mine from Hanoi. He's been living in Da Nang for like a month already, moved from Hanoi, so we'll catch up with him a little bit. Yeah, I'll wait for him to show up. We'll have a coffee, see what else we get up to. All right, ready?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Ask a question.
Just freestyle it?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Mark made it, my buddy from Scotland. Just moved down to Da Nang. What's it been, like a month now? 6 weeks?
About 5 weeks, 6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so we've just been chatting shit, catching up for a little bit. Super cloudy day today, so we didn't get the greatest sunrise, but just a cool spot to get up early, have a coffee, hang out. So, what have you been thinking about Da Nang so far?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Everyone should come and live here. Everyone that lives in Hanoi should come and live here.
Right? So,
should have done it years ago.
how long were you in Hanoi? Like 8, 9 years?
Yeah, like 8.5 years.
Yeah, so I was in Hanoi 5 years. The idea of leaving seems like crazy. You get so sucked in, all your friends, you've got this entire community there, feels like home. You don't want to leave. And then you're in Da Nang for a week and you're like, how did I ever live in Hanoi?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even remember that place anymore. I don't care about it.
Saying that though, I've still got a lot of love for Hanoi. I was in Hue there at the weekend, and Hue feels like what Hanoi would have been like 50 years ago, with like no trash, no pollution, all the sort of historical architecture, the beautiful trees, like these roads lined with beautiful trees everywhere. And me and Tao were talking about how it felt like we could be sitting at Chukbak having a coffee, but like 50 years ago. You know, like not a lot of traffic. It was beautiful. So I still feel a lot of nostalgia for Hanoi in that sense of what it could be like if it wasn't for the pollution and the traffic and whatnot.
Yeah, Hanoi is great. The biggest thing is the pollution, right? Like the gray skies. You can go weeks without seeing the sunshine, but mostly just air pollution. It's the biggest problem with Hanoi. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably live in Hanoi still. But yeah, here you can't beat it. Blue skies and sunshine every day. It should be raining now. It's officially rainy season, but we've had a week of perfect weather. So hopefully the rain holds off a little bit longer. And yeah, all good in Da Nang, right?
Absolutely, yep.
You've done a pretty good job of like getting into a good routine, like taking advantage of Da Nang, going to the beach every day and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think, well, for me, I had to, because I don't actually know that many people here. So I had to find a routine that keeps me busy and stuff that I can do on my own. Because obviously, I'd say the biggest downside about leaving Hanoi is you've left an infrastructure that took 8 years to build in terms of your social setup, you know, with your friends, with the rugby club. You don't have to look at Google, ever have to look at Google Maps. But that's the beauty about moving to a new city, I think, is you have the opportunity to sort of like rediscover everything. But the social aspect is definitely a thing to consider when you've been living somewhere for that amount of time.
Yeah, so Mark also played rugby with me up in Hanoi. So there is a rugby team here in Da Nang, so you'll get involved with that eventually.
At some point.
Yeah. Mark's also a big cyclist. You've been riding your bike a shitload, right?
Yeah, so that's something that I've started doing since I've been down here. I've been waiting for it to get a little bit cooler, but the cycling is beautiful here because the roads are clear, there's way less traffic. Again, it's like one of those things where I thought the cycling was good in Hanoi, and it is, but with the traffic, you're kind of risking your life like every time you go out on your bike. And here it's just different, and the roads are beautiful. There's the peninsula to ride around. So yeah, cycling is really beautiful here. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. Probably less rugby and more cycling, but yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that asked about, so I've done videos up on Suncha Peninsula. So that's a popular spot. People can take your bike way back there. It's a crazy incline.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, if you're doing uphill stuff, or if you want to go out and do like some long distance cycling without actually leaving the city. That's the thing about doing a long distance in Hanoi, you have to get out the city to do something long distance, but here you can do a lap of the peninsula, and you can go and smash out 100 kilometers.
I've got a funny story about cycling. I don't know if do you remember this? What happened?
Yeah.
So Mark and a couple other guys on the rugby team got really big into cycling, and they kept telling everybody about it, and they got me convinced. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a bike too. I want to get involved with this cycling club. So I bought this really nice bike for about $500 maybe.
Yeah.
We did one ride out to a place about an hour outside of Hanoi, and then coming back, going over the bridge, crazy wind. It was the hardest physical activity I had ever done in my life, and it was the first day that I got the bike. And I was like, man, this kind of sucks. Like, I didn't enjoy that at all. Well, turns out about 5 days later, my bike got stolen in front of my house.
You were delighted.
And I was like, well, I guess that's okay. Like, I'm not that mad about it. Fuck that bike. And I've never cycled since.
Yeah. We messed up that day, actually. When you're trying to get someone into a new sport, the last thing you do is do the hardest version of that sport to get them into it. Because it's just torture.
The depths of hell.
Yeah, because it was a tough day for us as well. That's not the way to go about it. Yeah, we messed up. Sorry, Charles.
Yeah, but Da Nang, good for starting over, discovering new activities.
100%. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get into some surfing this year.
I want to do some bodyboarding, man.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, I really want to get into that, man.
That guy, Brad, the coach, he really knows what he's talking about. So it's good to have somebody you can kind of ask questions.
I'm super keen to get into the surfing, man, for sure.
A few guys actually. A lot of the rugby players are South Africans, and a lot of South Africans will also be big into surfing.
Yeah, if I mention it to Ricky, he'd probably be game.
Yeah, so we'll try that.
Yeah, I've seen people bodyboarding, like just with is it a boogie board? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, you can do
I'm
that.
not sure if I'll see myself getting up on my feet and surfing. Like,
you probably need like a big board.
Right? Is that more buoyancy?
I think so. Yeah. The bigger the board, the better for anybody.
Yeah. So the smaller the board, the more professional, right? That's the way it works, right? Yeah. I'd be into some kite surfing as well. I would be interested in getting a kite, doing some kite surfing.
I don't know how much they do that around here. That's big in like the south, like Muine.
Yeah.
Right?
So my friend came to visit me here, and I had my stunt kite on the beach because I got a stunt kite, and he's into like wakeboarding and stuff, but he's never flown a kite before. So I gave him a shot on my kite, and he thought this is amazing. Like, he really loved it, and I kind of taught him how. He kind of took to it straight away, and straight away. So he lives in Indonesia, but he's flying over next month to go kite surfing in Moine. He's got the bug now. Yeah.
What do you think about food so far compared to Hanoi?
So we've already found pho, our favorite pho spot. So we ticked that off. But that was really the only thing that if you're talking about food that we missed from Hanoi, pho we were missing. But the thing that Da Nang has is the kueh. They've got the big old massive, huge kueh, which is like, the big fried kind of yum fried bread.
You know, I just did a video about pho like 2 days ago, and I've eaten pho maybe 10 times since
In
I've
your life?
lived in Vietnam. I never eat pho. Like,
Also, you've never really had an absolutely amazing bowl of pho then?
I've had a good one here. I used to have a neighbor in Hanoi that would make me a giant, like, homemade, like an old grandma.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Wow.
But I'm never like, I'm in the mood for pho. Let's go find a good pho place.
On a cold day, so mine and Tao's thing used to be to go down. So this is the thing I'm going to miss that I miss about Hanoi, because the old quarter on a beautiful winter's day, sunny winter's day, right by the railway tracks, there's a really a couple of famous little pho places where it's like super fresh, and the quay is obviously really fresh. It's the quay that I like, actually. It's the bready stuff that I like. So a morning in the winter there with Tao, just sit, trains going by, people going by, busy, bustling little corner. I'm sure you can find that here in Da Nang for sure, you know.
Yeah, but I think pho's just not hugely popular here.
No.
Right.
Bun Bo Hui is the thing here, right?
Bún bò Huế is a big one.
You like it?
So as far as, I like Bún bò Huế for sure. It's gonna be better in Hue, obviously, than it is here.
Yeah.
Things that I like that are like central Vietnam that you don't find in Hanoi as much is like cơm tấm everywhere.
Cơm tấm is the...
Like
What's
grilled pork steak. Bro,
Oh yeah.
You don't know what a cơm tấm is?
No,
After
no, yeah.
9
Okay,
years?
Okay.
Bro. Cơm tấm, so like pork steak, broken rice, egg,
Yeah.
you know, that one. That's everywhere in Da Nang and not that popular in Hanoi. Another one is hủ tiếu.
Don't know.
Hủ tiếu?
Don't know.
Always, bro. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you some spots. bro.
Yeah, you gotta remember, I've been going out on my own, man. Like, so I've not been that adventurous when it comes to food, to be honest. I've actually all I've been doing is just eating steak at home, man.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, hủ tiếu is another one that you barely ever see in Hanoi. What else? You know, bánh mì heo quay.
Yeah.
So like heo quay, just in general, like roasted crispy pork belly
Yeah.
is way more common here.
I've been smashing a lot of banh mi's. Yeah.
Just any type of banh mi is better. Hanoi, not
the
really.
bread. It's the
Not
bread.
really known for having good banh mi.
No, it's because of the bread, I find, like, because I think the bread in Hanoi isn't like that freshly baked baguette. It's like this weird, more kind of like a processed banh mi.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of banh mi that would still be in perfect condition after after like a nuclear holocaust. But no, here I feel like they've got more of that freshly baked baguette banh mi going on. I'm trying to think what else. There's a really nice restaurant across the road from my house, man, and they've just got lots of weird stuff. Like me and Jason got like half a pig's head, just like a barbecued
like
half
a cheek.
No, they're like the
Right.
whole skull,
Uh-huh.
barbecued.
Yeah, but you eat mostly like the cheek.
Yeah, the
meat
cheek,
out of it?
the eye, like around the eye socket. Yeah, we had that, and like lots of different fish, really weird like fish, like bioluminescent blue fish. I tried your plate, the Ray.
Stingray.
I had that. That was really nice. Yes, I've just had some really random. It's not like the kind of food that you find in every street corner. But this is like this little random beer hoy that just has random fish barbecue and random cuts of meat.
Yeah, that was one of the things, like the weirdest thing that I've ever eaten that I was like, that was incredible. Like I would go out specifically to eat that. Is grilled stingray.
Yeah, it was good.
Like it tastes like pulled pork almost. Like it's very meaty. It's not fishy at all.
No,
You just scrape the meat off and the entire thing is meat.
and it's not bony.
Like tiny bits of like cartilage, but it's most of the body is meat.
You can eat the cartilage. Well, we were
And
like
you can eat that, yeah.
we were chowing the cartilage, you know, because a lot of the fish here you're like spending a lot of time kind of picking it away from like the bone. But I watched one of your videos actually, and that's why I ordered it, because I was like, no, Travis gives this stingray his approval, so that's why I ate it. Man, it was good. Like that, man. Yeah. Can't think of what else.
Yeah, anything else you've noticed since you've been here?
Just that I was trying, so I was obviously getting my house set up and getting little bits and pieces, building a little studio, and usually in Hanoi, I would do everything with Google Translate, and it was really easy. Everything happens like instantly. You know, you speak to people, and so the culture in getting things done is a little bit different. So I find that here, everything's just a little bit more, it's all right, it will come tomorrow, or it will come a little bit later. There's a little bit less sense of urgency here. They kind of dance to their own beat a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about that, but that's 100% true. Like in Hanoi, anything you can imagine, like if you want a banh mi or you want a refrigerator, it can be at your house on the back of a motorbike 20 minutes after you send the message.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Literally, like what's the most ridiculous thing you could think of? Like, I need a new washer machine.
Yeah.
A guy will show up with a washer machine strapped to the back of his motorbike in 20 minutes.
And they're not doing that here. They're not doing that here. If you go around here, you will generally, I mean, there's obviously less people here, so on average you're going to see less of that. But I've not seen anyone with like a giant wash machine, another motorbike, 3 pigs, you know, strapped to the back of their bike, like, you know.
They're a little more like, we've got some deliveries in 2 days. We'll put it in a truck and we'll bring it to you.
And I think the reason for that is just because of also the roads. The infrastructure is bigger here. So like, there's no need to strap something to the back of a motorbike. But in Hanoi, you have to, because you're just not going to get it up all the alleyways, because, you know, 90% of people live up a little alleyway that is not inaccessible to a car or a lorry. So I think that's the difference between here and there.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think? That was probably a shitload. Should we wrap up?
Yeah, man.
All right, we had a nice little
Combo.
Nice little morning. It's not even 6 a.m. yet. I have no idea what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. But yeah, good to catch up. Mark, thanks for joining me.
No worries, man.
Good to have you in Da Nang, brother.
Loving it.
Good to have a fellow Hanoian. Yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.